Dave here, how are you? And welcome to what's in Arthur's Toolbox number 24. Tonight I've got two of Arthur's or John's toothed planes. Now these guys are quite interesting. The blade is basically 90 degrees straight up from the timber, which means it can travel over orchid grain and not lift it at all, so it can reduce it that way. They come in three different sizes apparently. I can only find two in the toolbox. They come in a coarse, a medium and a fine. Now I think I've got the medium and the fine here, and they have both been built differently, and I'm guessing they're from different periods, and they have all sorts of marks on them. So let's get stuck into it. First thing, they can be used to scrape across awkward grain and not lift it. The other thing they can do is they can be used to rough up a surface. So if I wanted to use a contact adhesive or something like that, that would allow me to do it. Now one of the interesting things, when I got a hold of these, I thought, oh, this looks terrible. The bottom of the plane's got glue all over it. Well, I think that's probably what it's been used for, is to run over and put some contact down, and maybe it's been put over the top just to rough another little bit of surface off and not been cleaned off properly. Anyway, this one is the coarse one, and here we go. I loosened all the blades earlier. This is fascinating. Now this one here is three sections of timber. So there is a join right down the center, either side, and then the sole plate is one whole other piece of timber. You can see the join. I'll go to this camera over here. You can see the join line running just there. I've got my fingernail right on it. You have to excuse my fingers tonight. I've been working on a petrol engine and it had a lot of grease on it, and I can't quite get it clean yet. But anyway, you'll have to forgive me for that. So there we go. The handle again is boat shaped at the back. It curls back in at the back so that they can get a grip and push it, and it can go straight into the palm of their hand, and it's a whole lot easier. What else about it? The blade, as I said, is like that. Now this one I think is a Sorby. The plane itself has no marking on it apart from Johnson and then an AC underneath it. I don't know what that stands for. Help me out with that. Anyway, so I think this is the coarser of the two. And look at the wedge. Like, it's had a hard time. It's amazing, this wedge. Anyway, here we go. There's the toothed blade. It looks to me, when they're doing the toothing on these blades, that they run from one side. They've got this little grinder of some sort, and maybe they just put it on. There's only a little bit done. It's not all the way down. Okay, the back has been nicely polished up. So they've been looking after the back of this. And putting it in, I'm guessing you drop the blade in. Oh, let's have a look at the blade first. Now there's a mark on there, and I am pretty sure H Sorby, S-O-R-B-Y. There, it looks like a buffalo. It could be anything. I don't know what it is. I'll take a photo of it and you let me know what you think it is. But it does look like Sorby, which is cool. Okay, I'll drop him back in. Goes down into there, and then I've got the wedge, what's left of it, drops into there as well. And a little tap. Now you can see from years and years of the blade being put in and removed, the tap of the hammer. They probably tapped the blade sideways as well to loosen it, to get it out, and that would explain on the next plane why the side has split. Let's get the next guy. This is the fine one, and it also is just segmented. It's made out of different pieces of timber. You've got the sides, the dark timber and the light timber. This is loose. You can see I can flick it out with my nail there, and that should really be cleaned up. But again, I reckon it's because they've tapped the side to loosen the blade to get it out that it's taken its toll on the sides there and creeped them out. And this is the fine one. Let's take the wedge out, and this blade, Sheffield. I can read Sheffield on it, but I'm stuffed if I can read the rest of it. And I think this is the fine one. And the blades are just amazing. They're really lovely. The wedge, there's a bit of work in that, not a whole lot. And then this one here, Maybe it was a homemade one, this one, I'm not sure. But they look beautiful, and the job they do, I don't really want to go roughing up the bench here because that would be terrible. But there you go. I'll put them all back together. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me know what these blades' names are. As I say, I'll put some photos up and we can have a look. And this was a quick one tonight. I'm sorry it wasn't anything too extravagant. I saw these and I thought how nice to do a little video on these guys. Of course, I've never used one. Have you ever used one? Let me know. As per normal, if you think this show's worth a like, give it a bit of a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And in the description box there's more links, social media and all that kind of stuff. Thanks again for watching. I've got no idea what I'm going to do next week, but I'll be here. Thanks again. See you later.